I bet there's a very high chance that you're into storytelling, maybe on YouTube, Instagram, and the like. Seems to be a very common genre of videos. And I know this because I personally tend to watch them later on at night, a little before bed, to kind of relax and zone out a bit. So I've kind of come up with a pretty interesting concept for telling stories here on my channel. So where I work, we do a lot of shipping out and we get things shipped into us. So naturally, that involves a lot of skids. And skids often, believe it or not, often enough, anyways, tend to have these knots, like wood knots, you know what I mean? And for those of you who know about burning wood or chopping wood or that sort of thing, you probably know that knots are, in a tree where a branch might have come out and tends to be thicker wood because it's going against the grain. So, any of you who've burned anything with knots in it, you probably know that knots tend to burn a lot harder and for longer often enough. And since they kind of look like little logs, what I thought would be interesting is making a little fire, maybe even chopping some of these up into log shaped little pieces so it kind of makes it a little more fire like, and maybe telling a few stories to a little fire instead of a full sized fire, since I don't have a fireplace and don't want to get in trouble making too big of a fire. But what I was thinking is I can start telling stories to a little fire. I thought this was a pretty interesting concept because there's always something about the sight and sounds of fire that really makes for a relaxing evening, in my opinion. Whether it's a campfire, whether it's a fireplace, maybe it's even the Christmas Yuletide log you see on TV every year, playing the Christmas tunes. I mean, I think a lot of people, and I know it's not just me, who often feel really relaxed by watching and listening to fire. And I thought that would go pretty good with videos about storytelling. I don't think that I'm aware of. I don't think there's other storytellers online that go to the sound of fire. There might be the odd one that goes to like the sound of maybe a thunderstorm or rain or something, but I don't think the fire, and I find it to be really relaxing. But I also didn't want to make, my storytelling videos about stories that you've heard who knows how many other times on other storytelling forums or YouTube channels, or the stories that have been told by 5 or 10 different YouTubers you've come across. And I know I've come across stories like that I've heard explained by 3 to 5 to 10 different YouTubers on the same story. So I was going to start off the series with some of my own stories of unexplainable ventures or things that seemed strange or unusual or scary or the like, or maybe even just some funny stories or some relaxing stories, even. But I'm not down or against, I'm not against different stories from you guys either. So, even if you're not from the Ottawa Valley area, feel free to submit some of your own stories if you'd like, either in the comments or more likely you might want to email them directly to me. I'd be happy to tell them on my channel. So if you'd like to email some of your stories to me, feel free to email them to Ottawa Valley Vibes at outlook.com. And I will put that on the bottom here, but it's Ottawa Valley Vibes at outlook.com. And, I'd gladly tell your stories through my channel as well, as if you'd like. Maybe it's something you've kind of wanted to tell people, but you're not much of a online speaker yourself, or maybe you just kind of want to help me out, give you some more stories to go with. But I'd like to hear from you. But I hope you're all doing well out there, and I'm still gonna collect a few more of those knots. So it might be a couple of weeks until I actually start doing this series. But I hope you're all doing well, and if this seems to be something you're into, feel free to like and subscribe. And hopefully, in the next month or two or three, I should be able to get that started. Probably before then, maybe a little after, hopefully not. But I'll keep in the loop, and I hope you're all doing well. Take care, guys. Have a great afternoon, or night, or morning, or whatever time you're at. Have a great day, guys. Oh, yeah, and if you end up sending me a story to my email, by the way, please verify if you would like to get credited for it or not. Because I sure don't mind giving you credit in the video for the story you send if you'd like, but if you'd rather stay anonymous, that's fine too. Just whichever you'd prefer if you'd let me know, and if you forget by chance, I'll probably just go anonymous for your sake. But, send some emails if you'd like. If you'd like to tell a story online, but you don't want to be the one to do it. Thanks for following along, guys.